Now, to recap, improvements in AI, particularly in its arm of machine learning, enable Google to better assess the quality of your website while also reducing reliance on traditional ranking factors that are open to manipulation. I agree, Google is not quite there yet. At present, quality backlinks, content, and RankBrain represent the main factors contributing to ranking your website. However, make no mistake, Google will gradually reduce the importance of backlinks or keywords as ranking factors, to the point where backlinks or keywords will play very little or no impact on ranking your website. This is almost a repeat of the past. It reminds me about the dismissal of factors such as meta descriptions, URL, H1s, or page titles. In fact, the dismissal of ranking factors is an ongoing mechanism in the AI evolutionary process. Nick Bostrom, the Oxford professor and author of a book called Superintelligence, describes very well the process of how general AI becomes smarter. The description, which I will go through in a moment, offers a very vivid understanding of Google's progress on relying on human input initially, before transitioning to algorithms like RankBrain and commodifying human input. Bostrom explains that in the early stages of AI, improvements occurred through a trial and error process, acquiring data and assistance from programmers. In Google's case, digital marketers, webmasters, and SEOs in particular. However, at later stages, the system improves and learns ways of working to the point that it will self-improve with no human input. This means that it could create new algorithms and structures, boosting its cognitive performance. Furthermore, Bostrom speculates that the system will be able to apply, I quote, recursive self-improvement, which means that it could improve or create a better version of itself, which then creates a better version, and so forth. Or, in the words of Pedro Domingos, the author of a book called The Master Algorithm, the more data they have, the better they get. Now we don't have to program computers, they program themselves. In brief, we are talking about algorithms writing new software or algorithms while also improving continuously with no human input. But then GenAI has already made huge steps towards achieving just this, with tools like GitHub's Copilot, Amazon's Code Whisperer, or Replit's Ghostwriter improving exponentially. Sure, the adoption of these tools as coding assistants is beyond any expectations, but to claim that they will learn to get better on their own is quite a big claim, isn't it? Well, just go back to Nick Bostrom's explanation. We are currently at the step where users are training these models to getting better. How? Well, every time you prompt the model to make changes to its output, you are in fact training it to get better. And the better it gets, the less input it needs from you. Look, what I'm going to say now is probably the most important thing you need to understand as SEO specialists. So here it goes. As SEOs, you are naive and guilty of wishful thinking if you expect to still maintain a role in ranking websites once RankBrain develops into a fully reliable AI brain. In fact, most SEOs seem to ignore the reality that Google's mission has always been to create a fully developed AI entity, which is capable of accurately assessing the quality of websites with no external input. If you have any doubts, just think again about Larry Page's 2003 statement regarding the future of search. I quote, "Google will fulfill its mission only when its search engine is AI complete. That's artificial intelligence." Basically, Google's mission is finished when AI has full control of ranking factors with no human input. I see SEOs getting angrier and angrier with Google every time new AI improvements or tests are being implemented. This includes stuff like Google algorithms rewriting meta titles and descriptions, more frequent core algorithm updates, and less information from Google about what really works in ranking websites. I see experienced SEOs debating and arguing the various roles of SEOs in articles on Search Engine Land and other leading publications. Similarly, YouTube is full of influencers and YouTubers telling you that machines will not take your jobs. It is these SEOs who are and will continue to be left behind, as Google slowly commodifies their jobs and achieves its AI mission. My point is very simple. Google has been commodifying SEO in Google Ads for years. So if you really want to be a top 1% digital marketer, you must come to terms with the idea that we are already to the point where savvy entrepreneurs can run SEO campaigns on their own, helped by Google's automation strategy, combined with the decreasing reliance on traditional ranking factors. With a bit of training, junior marketers can run ads and SEO too. This trend will not stop. In fact, it will accelerate. You will wake up one day and realize as an SEO specialist that you cannot add value to your clients anymore. In fact, you'll be part of those 99% of SEOs and ad specialists who lost their income. Why? Because you chose to fight the inevitable instead of leveraging the technology trend and become the 1% best digital marketers out there. This is harsh, I know, but I do this to help you now while you can still change your mindset. Once again, we stop before concluding the conversation in the next session. Thank you for watching.